In this video, I am going to show you other free methods of how to find products to sell on Amazon. No paid product research software is required. We will use Amazon itself, a few smart checks, and a simple process that helps you avoid guessing. Many beginners believe they must immediately buy expensive tools before they can even start product research. In reality, that is not necessary. You can learn the foundations of product research using completely free sources such as Amazon bestsellers, new releases, movers and shakers, Amazon Search Autocomplete, customer reviews, frequently bought together sections, customers also bought sections, Google Trends, and even social media trend platforms. Professional tools like Helium 10 or Jungle Scout can be useful later because they save time and provide estimated data faster. However, they are not required to understand the fundamentals of product discovery. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to generate product ideas, validate demand, identify improvement opportunities, and shortlist product options that beginners can realistically compete with. Now let me explain something very important. Product research is the single most critical component of an Amazon business. The product you choose directly affects demand, competition, profit margin, advertising difficulty, review growth, and return rates. A strong product makes everything easier. A weak product makes everything harder. When sellers struggle on Amazon, the problem is often not their marketing or advertising strategy. In many cases, the problem begins much earlier with poor product selection. Even excellent marketing cannot save a fundamentally weak product. Before I explain the strategies, there is one important reality you must understand. A perfect product does not exist. Every product idea carries some level of risk. Successful sellers do not eliminate risk completely. Instead, they minimize it by studying the market carefully before launching. Effective product research means understanding competitors, identifying a clear advantage you can offer, and confirming that the product can still be profitable after accounting for manufacturing cost, Amazon referral fees, FBA fulfillment costs, storage charges, packaging expenses, and advertising spend. If you apply the strategies in this lesson properly, you will already be ahead of most beginners. However, here is something beginners often misunderstand. If someone copies these strategies exactly without adding their own thinking, they may end up discovering the same product ideas that many other beginners find. The real advantage comes from using these techniques as a foundation while applying your own creativity and observation. That is how sellers discover overlooked niches and reduce the risks associated with highly saturated markets. Customer reviews are one of the most powerful free product research tools available. Think of reviews as free market research provided directly by real buyers. 5-star reviews tell you what customers love and what must remain unchanged. Lower-rated reviews, especially 1 to 3-star reviews, reveal weaknesses and frustrations. These negative reviews are extremely valuable because they reveal opportunities for improvement. If many customers repeatedly complain about the same issue, that is not random, it is a signal. You may see complaints about lids breaking, handles snapping, confusing sizing, unpleasant materials, or poor packaging. Improving these weaknesses is called product differentiation. Examples of differentiation could include stronger materials, additional accessories, better packaging protection, clearer instructions, or improved product design. Many successful private label brands were built simply by improving weaknesses that customers repeatedly mentioned in reviews. After collecting product ideas from Amazon pages, the next step is to use the Amazon search bar. Start typing broad keywords such as yoga, kitchen, pet, baby, or travel. Then pause and observe the autocomplete suggestions that appear below the search bar. These suggestions are not random. They represent real searches that customers frequently perform on Amazon. For example, typing the word dog may show suggestions such as dog slow feeder bowl, dog grooming kit, dog paw cleaner, or dog water bottle. Each of these search suggestions represents a potential niche. The goal is not to guess products randomly. The goal is to let real customer search behavior guide your research. When you open a product listing that looks promising, scroll down and examine the frequently bought together and customers also bought sections. These sections reveal how customers combine products in real purchases. Sometimes a product may be highly competitive on its own, but you can create a stronger offer by bundling items that customers already purchase separately. These sections can also reveal complementary products that may inspire additional product ideas. When studying reviews, ask yourself a simple question. If I was selling this product, what would I improve? If customers complain about durability, Could stronger materials solve the issue? If they complain about confusing sizes, could clearer product images and measurements help? If packaging damage appears frequently in reviews, could improved packaging prevent this problem? You are not searching for perfect products. Instead, you are looking for opportunities to create a slightly better version that solves real problems customers already experience. Once you have several ideas, it is useful to validate demand using additional free sources. Open Google Trends and search for your product keyword. This helps you understand whether demand is stable, growing, or seasonal. You can also scan social media platforms such as TikTok, Pinterest, and Instagram to observe lifestyle trends and viral products. Many consumer products appear on social media before they become widely saturated on Amazon. However, always verify demand on Amazon itself. A product trending on social media does not automatically mean it will succeed on Amazon. Some sellers also browse supplier marketplaces like Alibaba to see trending products. This can be useful for inspiration, but it is important to follow the correct order. Demand should always be confirmed on Amazon first, and supplier sourcing should come second. Now, let us perform a simple manual competitor analysis. Look at the listings on the first page of search results and examine the review counts. If many top listings have extremely high review numbers, such as thousands of reviews, it usually indicates a highly competitive market. However, review numbers alone do not tell the full story. Sometimes a niche may contain listings with moderate review counts but poor listing quality. Weak product photos, unclear descriptions, and poorly written bullet points can create opportunities for beginners who can present a better and clearer offer. You may sometimes hear guidelines suggesting that products with fewer than 500 reviews are easier to enter. This guideline can be helpful, but it is not universal. In some categories, even 200 reviews can represent strong competition. The real goal is not simply low review numbers. The goal is finding markets where differentiation and better presentation are possible. Once you have shortlisted a few product ideas, avoid overthinking for too long. Testing is important, but it is also important to understand that testing on Amazon still requires planning and investment. Even a small test launch can involve supplier minimum order quantities, product manufacturing costs, shipping expenses, labeling, packaging preparation, and Amazon fulfillment fees. For many beginners, a small test batch may still require a starting budget of roughly $1,000 to $3,000 depending on the product. However, testing small batches is still far better than investing heavily in inventory before confirming market response. Real customer feedback teaches far more than endless planning. While researching products, keep a few beginner-friendly evaluation criteria in mind so you do not select a product that looks exciting but becomes difficult to sell. Aim for products priced between $15 and $50 because this price range usually allows reasonable profit margins while still feeling affordable for customers. Prefer small and lightweight products because they reduce shipping costs and fulfillment fees. Avoid heavy seasonality in the beginning so your sales remain more stable throughout the year. Avoid highly complex products, especially electronics or items with high defect risk, because defects and returns can quickly destroy profit margins. Most importantly, choose products that offer room for improvement. That improvement becomes the reason customers choose your product instead of existing competitors. Let us look at a simple example. You open Amazon and visit the bestsellers page in the kitchen and dining category. You notice glass meal prep containers trending. After opening several listings, you see repeated complaints in reviews about lids breaking easily. That is a potential product gap. Next, you type glass containers into the Amazon search bar and observe autocomplete suggestions such as glass containers with bamboo lids. Then you analyze competitors and notice that several listings have moderate review counts rather than extremely high numbers. You begin identifying potential improvements such as stronger lids, replacement lids included in the package, improved gasket design, and stronger packaging to prevent breakage during shipping. You also check Google Trends to confirm that demand for the product appears stable. At that point, you could contact suppliers and test the product with a small batch. That is how a simple observation becomes a structured product research opportunity using only free methods. Here is your action plan for today. Choose one category. Generate 10 product ideas using bestsellers, new releases, and movers and shakers. Use Amazon autocomplete suggestions to narrow those ideas to 3 potential niches. Study listings carefully, read customer reviews, identify improvement opportunities, and examine competitor review counts and listing quality. Use Google Trends to confirm demand stability. Then shortlist 2 or 3 products worth investigating further. If you consistently follow this process, you will gradually build a pipeline of product ideas based on real customer demand rather than random guesses. The most important lesson is this: remain observant. Once you begin looking at the world through a product research mindset, you will start noticing opportunities everywhere. Everyday products, small inconveniences, and customer frustrations can all become inspiration for the next product idea. You simply need to recognize the opportunity and take action. That wraps up this lesson. See you in the next one.